I got a love letter from one of our agent's clients. So I just thought I would read it.
What?
So what happened, just to get you guys up to speed, we required documents to be signed several months ago. The deal's already closed. Come here, you guys. The deal's already closed. And so she reached back out to the agent, to the seller, I think it was the seller, whatever, and said, hey, I need to get these documents. 3, 4, 5, 6 months later. So the buyer seller sent her back this. Can you please let us know when you reached out to me? Question mark. We have not spoken by text since the owner needed the keys back in April, after the house closed. And the keys were dropped off for your information. We have not even seen you since the docs were signed with Rock Title 2 weeks before the house actually closed. You asked us to pay for another inspection before we walked out without even trying to address any issues. You were on the phone when you arrived and you took a call and walked out without even saying goodbye. Thank you, nothing after signing. I'm not sure what exactly it is that you needed us to sign. This is us asking her what she said. My jackass broker is a prick, and he wants to get these documents signed so we can be legal. I'm not sure exactly what you'd like us to sign. When our transaction closed, your phone was off. Yet, you texted us only in all capitals, because we went to retrieve mail from the property, and we saw the lockbox broken and 2 trucks parked in the yard. In the yard, I like that. When I texted you asking if the house had closed, you responded 15 minutes later with, just turned on my phone, just called, yes, we closed 2 hours ago with confetti. The text, confetti. That has been the narrative pretty much of this entire transaction. As we know, there was tension through most of this transaction. Never did we think, all capitals, that you would show such unprofessional and dishonest in the way you handled the closing with us. Regardless of the circumstance, we expected the same professionalism and honesty you had with us when we signed the buyer's mortgage agreement back in August. August last year. When I was a realtor under no circumstances would I part in ways with a transaction with my clients without a peaceful ingratitude, all capitals. We were all very disappointed on how this transaction ended, but to turn on your phone the day of the closing, you actually had your closing, is ridiculous. She turned her phone off when the closing was that day. We could list all the disappointments and ball drops throughout this transaction by your representation, but why? The only reason I'm addressing this issue now is because you emailed us with a nonsense of missing signed documents almost 3 months after the transaction closed. I'm sure the next time we hear from you, the conversation would be with some kind of gratitude and grace as your commission was paid. But that time is not in the past. We will forever remember the tone you spoke with us, the lack of empathy for a home that was our family for over 46 years, your unprofessional phone calls, and disrespect. Send me what you have for us to sign and we'll read it. If accepted, we'll sign in return. We wish you well with your future endeavors and engagements. Her response was, can you give me the form signed? That's what's going on, guys. See you every day. And then we wonder why people think we're a bunch of knuckleheads. Wow, excuse me. All right. I'm having fun. I was honest with you guys, when I got it, I was literally dumbfounded. Where's Katie at? Katie, I've had that seat for what, 2 months? And I kept saying, I'm going to wait until we have a meeting, I'm going to read it.
Because I requested docs for her file in which she TCs with us, and we still couldn't get the docs.
November of 2022.
Wow.
So we're close to that. So we're at 4.8 months worth of inventory right now. What constitutes a buyer's market? Who? 5, we got 5.5, 6. 6 going on 7, 7 going on 8, 8 on 5, 7 to 9. 5.5. 4.5. So we've been in a buyer's market then, right? Is that what everybody's thinking? No! Buyer's market is 7 months and beyond is a buyer's market. 0 to 5 months worth of inventory is a seller's market. 0 to 6 months worth of inventory, it's neutral. It's neither buyer nor seller. And then 0 to 7 months and beyond is considered a buyer's market. Okay? Disputes? Arguments? We all agree?
The buyers don't know that.
Yeah. You know why the buyers don't know that? Yes.
They don't tell.
The agents don't know it. That's why. The president of our brokerage just emailed us the other day and said we're in a buyer's market. Now, he's in Arizona. Yeah, I'm getting that. But guys, we're not in a buyer's market. Listen, is our sellers giving stuff up today? Absolutely. Right? So we know that's the case. They are giving closing costs. They are giving maybe doing repairs. They are doing different things. Absolutely, right? Because that's the market. We've got more inventory. Prices for 3 or 4 months of median home price, 3 or 4 months, 3 or 4 weeks, the median, come on, Jeff. The median price of a home was down. Well, now it's gone back up. Right? John's going to talk about it in a minute about if we can get a 5 point anything in interest rates, there's going to be 5, 6, 7 million people who buy a home. They're waiting on the sideline. Huh? You don't know about it now.
You stole my thunder.
Yeah. Well, you got more, I'm sure. Thank you. Yes, thank you. All right. So, you guys, I just want to make sure we're really watching the numbers. We had an agent the other day, and 400,000, 800,000, 4,800 homes on the market at that price range. So I said, "Are you talking to your seller?" Because the seller was adamant about what do sellers always want? What's it worth? Right? So, real quick, had on the market at 650. They've gotten down to I think 616. It's been a couple, 3 months. They've had 2 or 3 offers. They weren't the right price. They were low, so they got an offer at $599. And so I said to the agent, "Okay, so are they asking for closing costs?" "Yes, they want $5,000 closing costs." I said, "Okay." The seller really would like to get 616. He can live with 610. Okay. Don't. That buyer's agent wanted 3%. Take 1% off of that, give her 2. No closing cost. You've almost made your $10,000 back. So that actually is a good offer, right? At the number that he would accept. So we have to make sure that we're thinking about this kind of stuff, you guys. We can't just say, take this and accept it, and here's why. You have to let them understand. And that's why I think the new BVRA guy is great. Because you can negotiate on all sides, right? The buyer agent can get back and say, "No, we won't accept 2%. The seller or the buyer really wants me to get 3, and whatever that looks like." So make sure you're thinking about that kind of stuff when it comes to that. Don't just look at the price. See another way of doing it that still makes the numbers work, right? We have to make sure we're doing that. Because I've seen a lot of closing costs, and John can probably attest to this, and I'll still a little bit more of his thunder is, I seen a house the other day, it was $400,000, they wanted $25,000 in closing costs. What?
And sellers are agreeing to it.
Yeah. Some. All right, on that one. That's just a nicer way to do it. So guys, just make sure you're really paying attention to the numbers. We sold 515 homes. That's more than we've done in 4 weeks. So that, we're still bumping along. What's the market look like the rest of the year? Does anybody have any idea? Anybody got an idea? What's the market look like the rest of the year? Nothing? Nothing?
It's gonna slow down as much as we operate.
Right, okay. It's gonna slow slow down in case he drops rates. This is my thought. I think we're gonna bubble on doing just what we're doing. I think we're still gonna sell homes. I think the market's still I think inventory's gonna come up a little bit more, but I don't think it's gonna go too crazy. We don't obviously have a crystal ball. I think we're gonna do this rest of the year. It's my thoughts. And then next year, the beginning of the new year, and I think it's gonna blow up. I think the market's gonna go crazy. I think if we can get the Powell, is gonna be out by, I think, November, his term is over. And so they're gonna have a new Fed chair, right, John?
Absolutely.
And so I think that's gonna make a difference. And I think, like I said, if we can get interest rates 5 and whatever that number is, I think it's gonna wake a lot of people up. So that's my thoughts about the market. Lisa's not here today. Heather, come on up, girl.
Alright.
Do whatever you can. Why, you want me to click to the next page? Is that what?
Yes, click to the next page.
Right there,
guys.
okay.
Alright. So, I'm gonna go over here and read this.
I will step out of your way.
So, I saw this on Facebook and shared it, and I just thought it was different, but a little motivation for you guys in our market, so put my glasses on here. Okay, so some rockin' motivation. The next time you're stuck, overwhelmed, or procrastinating, buy a can of Goya beans. Sounds ridiculous, right? That's what I thought too, until I heard this story from a business mentor I respect. He was working with a business owner who just couldn't move forward. Stuck in his head, overthinking everything. Any overthinkers in here? I am. So, he knew what needed to be done, but wasn't doing any of it. So the mentor gave him one task. Go to the store and buy a can of Goya beans. The guy said, wait, what? Why? And the mentor replied, no questions, just go, buy the beans, take a picture, and send it to me. So he did, still confused. He goes to the store, grabs a random can of Goya beans, comes home, snaps a picture, and sends it. The mentor calls and says, perfect, now you get it. He's like, yeah, what? And the mentor says, it's not about the beans, it's about movement. It's about breaking the cycle of inaction. You don't need the perfect next step, you just need the next step. Then he told him, buy that can of Goya beans and put it on your desk. Every time you feel stuck, every time you want to overthink instead of act, look at the can and remember, Goya, get off your...
Watch your language.
I did. Because as business owners, we don't always need more strategy. Sometimes we just need to move, even if it starts with a can of beans. So on the next page, I do have some printouts over here. So three baby steps to get back in action. One, send one CMA to a past client or sphere contact. So Rock Title does have a lot of complementary tools. One of them I really like is on Rock Agent. There's tons of calculators. So on the calculator, there's an equity review, and you can punch in that person's name, and it'll pull something through HomeLink, which is like through county records, and it'll do an equity review. It doesn't show commissions or the cost of selling, but it puts together a nice little sheet that you can text to a client, you can send to them. And I find that there's just, sometimes people don't realize how much equity. So in big letters, I might say you have $326,000 of equity. So it looks good, and it maybe plants that seed for the future when our market does blow up. The next one, post one real estate update on social media. Also, Rock Title has tons of templates for social media. List reports, we have tons of free stuff on there. Rock Agent, onerockstars.com. We also have tons of free stuff on there to post on social media. Shared listing, a stat, a photo from an open house, or a quick market tip. Number 3, book one meeting with a partner or resource. So I think you can post stuff all day long, but to me, ultimately, the idea is to go out and shake someone's hand and get to know them. So do this with a potential referral partner. So if you guys know landscapers, CPAs, insurance agents, financial advisors, just give them a call and see if they want to have a quick cup of coffee. They want to jump on a Zoom call and see if you guys can brainstorm on how to connect. And I have a lot of flyers I've been working on putting together how to use your clients and your referral partners' clients and how to build that together.
Thank you, good job. You know, one thing too, about that, I was saying about the house for 616, I told the agent, I said, did you do net sheets? Have you given net sheets? She said, well, yeah, I worked out, I reached out to Kathleen to see, Kathleen, the escrow officer, to do, and I go, they have that, you get in the back office and do a net sheet. If you guys have a listing, you need to do 6 net sheets at all different prices, from the price they're asking to 40,000 below to 20,000 above, so they can see the numbers and they start to come to terms with it, right? And that's what I said. Do the net sheet based on not giving 5,000 and not paying 3%. Well, you earn 2%. That's the stuff we need to be doing. So think about that kind of stuff. That app is way cool. All right, John, come on up, brother. Give John a big hand, Epic.
Yes. Kind of piggybacking on what Heather said, getting in front of people, okay? What a freaking crowd today, man.
Yeah.
Wow, we're giving stuff
I
away.
pester the hell out of them is what I do. They're fine. You guys shut up.
Like this trumps Green Valley, and usually they have everybody every week.
That's because they're paying to come.
They are.
Don't even think about it.
No, that's fantastic. So kind of a lot of lenders ask me, they're in Epic, you know, why are our results in Las Vegas so much better than everywhere else? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I just go to work every day. And I tell them, like, listen, it comes down to the more people you get in front of, the more business you do. If you guys never see me or anything, are you guys gonna send me alone? I never come to events, talk to you face to face, don't know who I am. If Jeff comes to you and says, hey, use John from Epic, you're like, who the hell is that? You're just gonna send me alone blindly? No, it's relationship. 100% relationship. This business, until AI completely takes over and the world completely adapts and not liking people at all and not wanting to be in front of them and trust
What's going on?
robots and have bigger problems at that point, they need to see your face, okay? So don't try not to just be mailer, email, text. Try to get in front of them. And if you have a database of 500, you don't have to get in front of all 500. Probably a good time to whittle that 500 down to 50 and find out who your true 50 out of that is. There's probably less than that. But re-onboard your database. If you guys aren't super busy and showing homes right now, get in front of your database. Average agent, average lender does not spend 40 hours a week in their business. They think they do, they feel like they do, but they're really spending 10 to 12. And that's a productive agent or lender, okay? It comes down to activities and the right activities. So get into your database right now, clean it up, re-onboard, find out who you're focusing on, because like you said, the rates are gonna turn.
Yeah.
And if anybody's telling you the rates are gonna raise the rates, either stop watching that channel or fire that person who told you. There's no freaking way it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Okay? Anybody hear what happened in June with the budget? First time in 20 plus years, America had a budget surplus. They're worried about the tariffs. We're gonna have inflation. Oh, we got a budget surplus. How did that happen? Tariffs. Okay? It's all bouncing. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, he might not be as crazy, but his thought process might not be as crazy as we thought.
Right.
Okay? So we just need things to settle. The dust is starting to settle. The rates have come down. Don't watch day to day. Don't watch day to day because they're trending down. All right? And like you said, when those things get into the 5s and you guys decide to work then and get busy then, you're too late. All right? Anybody surfed before? Or watch surfing? Understand the concept of surfing? Okay? When do you start swimming to catch the wave? Way before the wave, right? Because if you're like, oh, I want that wave, and it's already going by, you're never going to catch it. Okay? Start working. You want to, we go in quarters. Okay? First quarter of the year, usually, you want to prep for listings. When does everybody want to list their homes? Yeah, spring, March, April, May, right?
Every
Do
year.
you start March, April, May asking if they want to list their home? No, you gotta start end of 4th quarter, 1st quarter for the sellers. When do you start focusing on buyers and pushing for buyers? End of 1st quarter and the 2nd, because the buyers start mounting up towards the summer. All right? So it's not just keep swimming in front of the waves, and you'll never have anything to worry about. Your business will always be great. All right? Again, there's not a lot to talk about the rates because all they're doing is this. And every time someone talks, whether it's Powell or Trump or somebody, it affects the market. The market messes with the rates. So don't watch day to day, because every time something comes out of their mouth, it shifts. All right, just know that we're going down, and don't wait too long to get in your database and start getting in front of. I saw Suzanne's doing a SOI class next
Yep,
week.
next week, yep.
She should be this full or more. Probably should be bringing more chairs, because that is what we should be focusing on right now, if not all the time. Okay? Isn't that your main thing? You focus on your SOI?
Yep.
And you're not successful at all, are you? So that's what it is. It's all relationship. It's all SOI. The moment you stop doing it, you take your focus off of it, you're going to have to start over to catch back up. Okay? And it's not hard. Stay on it. That's the key.
Yep. Start every day at 0.
All right.
Thanks, John, appreciate it. So, if you guys remember, I gotta get out of this real quick. Hang on a second, you guys, you know what I'm not, this is my favorite paper. So it's all right, so if you guys remember, we got a quick little video. A couple 2 or 3 weeks ago, we talked about doing open houses, doing them on steroids and all that, and I think a lot of you guys agreed with me that the biggest pain for me was on an open house was putting the friggin' signs up. Right, walking in there, we're doing all the stuff. Well, one of our agents got a great idea, so this is a quick little commercial. We play this, and she's gonna speak to this second. They brought a fan out. She came on. She left on. Very good. All right. Give Stephanie a big hand. Come on up. Thank you, Senator. So she decided, hey, what a great opportunity to start possibly doing a business. So this is her and her son. By the way, when you see them Wednesday, you had hair. Okay, real estate agent, here's what happened. The results. All right, please
Okay,
go ahead.
thank you so much. So my name's Stephanie Lee, and I'm actually a realtor here with Realty One Group. This is my son, Billy. And we came up with this idea, as Jeff said, after one of our meetings. And so I think we've all been in this position. I think this has happened to all of us, and that's like the worst part is putting the signs out, the balloons, getting the cookies, getting everything organized. So this way you let us do the dirty work. We get everything done for you, and we deliver a platter of cookies so you can share it with everyone, coming through the open house. And we put the signs out so it makes it easy to find. You get a lot more traffic and hopefully a lot more buyers. And so thank you for your time.
With a lot less pain and suffering on yourself.
Exactly,
I guess
exactly.
I don't know if you met Mark last week, but
No.
Yeah,
Yes, I did.
there's this company in Arizona called Open House Helpers.
Right.
And they have a blanket Arizona, and they put up signs, and it's just as hot there in the summers.
Right.
And they know all the rules with the HOAs and
Yeah.
regulations. It's worth the investment to have someone put up the signs instead of take them down. You'll do more open houses.
Yep.
Right.
You'll get more deals, because
Yep.
that's probably the single thing that keeps people from doing open houses right now when they should.
Absolutely.
Right.
I said, I hated walking around, trying to put them in the island and all that nonsense. People running you down almost.
And if you put it down or something, it's
Yep, yep. So they're gonna put, is it 10 signs?
Yes, it's 10 signs per open house, and it has the balloons and the cookies, like I said, and it starts at $129. And I think you can, like, write it off on your, you can add it to
Oh, I'm
your
sure it's
transaction
expensive,
fee.
absolutely.
You can-
If 2 people are doing it, it's
Yeah.
even cheaper.
Right, if you're doing it with another agent or somebody, you can split the cost. So it starts,
Does that price include the cookies?
yes, it does.
Right there,
It does.
there's a tray right there.
Yeah.
We're having a 2-day open house, is that include both days, because you leave the sign
It does, no, we can't leave them out, unfortunately.
They can't leave them out, yeah.
So, yeah,
per day.
it's per day, yes, 129 and per day.
And do you guys come out right before, what are your, like your setup time, how do you come on out?
Usually start setting up like 30 minutes before, so you need to be at the house to receive the cookies at the time that you're starting the open house, and that's the last thing we do is deliver the cookies.
Okay.
And we put 2 signs on the front of the yard with all the balloons out there, so you really attracts a lot of attention. The neighbors will see it, and
Like I said, guys, it saves you time, pain, and suffering, and you go straight to your house and start the open house instead of running around doing the signs.
So are these your signs or these our signs?
our signs. We use,
Oh, those are
we
your
use our
signs.
signs, yes. Yes. But, and we write the address on there and the time on there, so everybody knows. And then you can have your sign in the front yard.
Well, that's what we even talked about, I said, because I know a lot of you just have somehow their open house signs, then it might be worth it for you to put 3 or 4 in the front yard.
Right.
Pointing at it.
Up on the corner for Brandon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I live on the front of the golf course,
Yeah.
and we can only have one sign in front of the house, one outside the front gate, and one outside the back gate.
For the open house?
Yeah, we can't put anything inside except for on that property.
Well, but they can put them outside of
So
the
we can put
building.
them out like on the street.
Yes.
That's where they're.
Yes, with the arrows directing everybody to your open house. And then on the front yard, you said you can only have 1 on the front yard? Okay, but usually we put 2 with the arrows like pointing to the front door with all the balloons.
I mean, the thing for me, you guys, and this is what I was speaking with Stephanie about earlier, is maybe having a map of, you know, the area and kind of, hey, you know, I'll put one here, put one there, so everybody knows. So you guys agree, everybody agrees there isn't? Well, my open house sucked because you put a sign on 3 inches back, and if it would have been 4 inches ahead, we would have got more traffic. So I think you should try to get together with them and at least give them an idea what you guys are thinking, so it stops any of the announcements.
How do we reach you?
There's no phone number.
Oh, there's a phone number on.
Yeah, there's some lots of flyers.
And their website should be up tonight too, and then we're gonna, I haven't.
We got some flyers back here, their cards.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to say that, we have the flyers and the cards back here, and a platter of cookies, that everybody can have, we're gonna open that up. in a second.
Yeah, open it up.
We're gonna open that up really quick. Okay, why don't we just pass those out?
Okay.
Thank you
You
so
guys can do
much.
that. Thank you,
Thank
appreciate it.
you.
Great idea.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you for you.
Yes.
You're on fire.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll take my cut.
Thank you.
I'm Shark Tank now. Shark Tank guy. Right, is that what's called, Shark Tank? All right, so let's do this. Let's keep moving on. Yay! August 5th management is due in August. We just paid our dues. You know what's funny? I thought it was so much funny. But Monday, so we had July 4th, dues were due, LVR dues were due on the 5th, which we were off. But we were off on the 4th. We were late for the 5th, late. On Monday came, we had 3 pages of agents who haven't paid their LVR dues yet. 3 pages. How are you in business if you're not paying your LVR dues? I told my girls, are you kidding me? This is silly. Open house sign, we talked about that. Suzanne's next week, and let's do this. We'll talk more about Suzanne. All right, Kagan, come on up, give them a big hand with solar. Birthday. All right, while we're here, so they're done.
All right, so I'm sure all of you have been reading the flyers. If you haven't, I've got some good news for you. We have a 3-hour credited class coming up on everything solar on July 29th from 10:45 to 1:45.
So also remember, we're doing one August 12th, right here, after our business meeting. August 12th, right here, as well.
Where is this class?
This is here.
Here.
And this
August 12th is here.
July 29th is also here.
Okay, so I go to, okay.
Here's the reasons why you should be at that class. I'm going to ask you guys a few questions. If you don't know the answer to them, you should be at class. So, first question, I just want to raise a hand. What's net metering? Does anybody know?
No.
No? I've been here a few times, so there should be some.
Net metering, I'm not sure, that's where you pay them.
Is that from,
They pay you, right?
Close, yeah. So net metering is if you have solar on your house, all of your production goes to NV Energy. They hold it or do whatever they do with it. But they store it in the form of credits, and then when your bill comes along, they give that back to you when you need it. So kind of break even system. So it's a functional battery backup basically, instead of having your own.
But you don't get where they buy it back from you, that,
Yeah, you're not gonna get a check in the mail. Also, they only give you back 75% of what you gave them.
seems fair.
Because they're not funds. Why would they ever do that? Okay, how many single-family homes installed solar in 2024, last year? I want just a number, throw a number at me.
50,000.
50,000, okay.
5,000.
How many?
5,000.
5,000? 83,000, she's the closest so far. So the number was 134,456.
Wow.
So it's not going away, right? These are all typically 25-year loans or leases or whatever, so house changes hands, what, every 5 or 7 years, which means you're gonna deal with these contracts 3, 4, 5 times.
Yay, that's great news.
I know, but it's okay because I'm here to save you, so it could be worse. All right, what is a power purchase agreement? Does anybody else have a crooked green here? No, I'm just kidding.
I don't hear very well anyway, so.
So a power purchase agreement is a form of solar contract in which you agree to purchase power, right? So it sounds easier when you say it backwards, but what that means is that you become your own utility company. I can say it like this. Say in your backyard, I say, hey, you have a great backyard for a garden. And so I'm gonna own this garden and put it in your backyard, and you can buy the produce from it for lesser than when you go to the store and buy it. Does that make sense? Kind of. So in the same way, they put the panels on your roof, they still own the panels, and you buy the power from them at a decreased rate from NV Energy. It's a power purchase agreement, which makes it a utility. So that's an interesting contract to deal with when you get the transfer. So,
How many of them what are the odds of them, how many of them are there out there of the 140,000?
I would say it's probably like 65-35 PPA alone.
That doesn't seem like a very good deal, but maybe I'm wrong.
Well, if you look at it like this, NV Energy goes up on average 4% a year, and they're at 15 cents per kilowatt hour, which is like their unit of how they measure. And then a PPA is typically, you can go up to 1%, it goes up 1% a year, 2% a year, and you buy it at 13 cents a kilowatt hour. So it's an easy pitch for those door numbers.
Right, wow.
But, and then at the ends of those contracts, does anybody know what your typical option is? At the end of your 25-year PPA?
Buy it out.
To buy it out or keep it, I mean,
Yeah.
give it away, buy it out.
Yeah, so there's three main options, and those are, you can buy the equipment at market value, which is now 25-year-old equipment, I don't know if you want to do that. You can go year by year with the same contract under the same equipment, or underneath the company's payment, they will come out and remove the old equipment, put on new equipment, and you sign a new 25-year lease. So,
How many people are doing that?
well, I mean, we're not even really reaching the end of this.
We haven't been with the levy yet.
I'll let you know in like 10 years. So, if you guys are selling a home, obviously, if it's a finance system, you have to get the UCC filing released, right? And to get that transferred over. Do you guys know how many warranties there are with solar that you should be transferring over every time you sell a home solar?
One?
So there's actually three main ones. So you have your panel manufacturer, those are typically 25-year warranties, panels on the roof. You have an inverter warranty, which you're gonna wanna transfer over because sometimes those go bad and those are expensive. And then you have a workmanship warranty, which is the guys that come out and do the work, right? Now, that can be set up in a few different ways. Under a power purchase agreement, you have a big umbrella company that kind of manages all of that. And so typically when you transfer under like a Sunrun or like a Sunnova, that's all included in the transfer. So it's just an account change, that's all good, right? Now, if it's a finance system, those are 3 separate entities, which means those are 3 phone calls you have to make to get that transferred over. And some of them charge. They'll charge like a $250 transfer fee. So keep that in mind, just so that say you have a buyer that comes in, and then 5 years later, they're like, hey, my solar's not working. And then all of a sudden, they don't have a warranty because you guys forgot to make a phone call. So, can get dangerous real quick. Now, Heather, you and I might disagree on this. Does solar add value to a home? Yes or no? No. I told you.
Yes.
Now,
Say that again. Say that loud, for the class. If it's owned, that's absolutely correct. So,
Razor give value.
Not always.
yeah, that's yeah, it kind of values appraiser to appraiser on if they think solar is worth anything, which we've seen good and bad. But typically, the common thing is that we're seeing is if it's owned outright, so there's no payments and it's functional, working well, that we've seen anywhere from 3 to 4%. So just keep that in mind.
What if you got 10 years left?
It varies because, like I said, the only real numbers we have is if it's paid off. Anything that's not paid off, the number amount can be so much different based on system size and how much they paid for it. So it can really depend. Also, as Heather said, appraisers can make a big difference there too.
so you're saying that as, if it's owned, 3 to 4% of the value of the unit is what is gonna appraise it? Or add value?
3 or 4% of the home value.
Oh, okay.
And you won't get an appraiser to commit to a number because they have to do a comparison on another home that also has solar
Solar.
paid off. And then maybe then, so it's not a black and white.
It is
It's-
very, very much a gray area right now with how this is all set up. Go ahead.
So, do you guys charge, like the original owner, like a target fee before transferring it onto the new owner?
Okay, so yes and no. So if you have a finance system, you guys remember that whole 30% tax credit that's also now going away? Yeah, in January. They had a system in which lenders would give out, say, $30,000, right? And then they started getting hit with bankruptcy and foreclosed homes, so they're not getting paid back on those. So they started protecting themselves by creating what's called a target balance, which means that you had to put in that 30% tax credit. Now, if you actually took the tax credit or not, they don't care. But they want that value to be down that 30% before they allow it to be assumed. That's only on finance systems. Does that kind of make sense? Their target balance. So on a PPA, there's no loan or target balance, and pretty much those are great for transferring because they are investor friendly and second home friendly. And yeah, even if your credit is very bad, you can just pay down a deposit and then you'll get the credit.
So if the solars were leased or borrowed, it's not owned, right? So you mean it's just the transfer fee?
Yeah, so in that scenario, it'd just be transfer
There's no
fee.
target, fee?
Yeah, there's
that
no
need
target
to be
balance
met?
there.
Okay.
That's only on finance systems. So that brings me into, as much of a headache as this is, that's why I'm here on behalf of Solar Certified Pro, is we have a wide array of services. We are kind of like a one-stop shop. So we do our installs, we do great pricing on that, that's great. When it comes to selling a home, we have a concierge transfer service for you guys. So if you call us, we walk both parties through, make sure everything gets transferred, dot the i's, cross the t's so that you guys don't have to. And then we also have our inspection service, which we've actually been partnering with home inspectors more and more too. That involves a fully comprehensive breakdown of the solar and what it's producing, your warranty information, who installed it, and all that.
How many is the inspection?
Inspection is $350, transfer's $300. We do cleanings, we do pigeon guard installs, we do, like I said, the solar installs, and all that varies from system size to system size, so it's not a flat fee, but the two flat fees are the $350 for the inspection and the $300 for a transfer.
You know, it seems to me on the sell side for agents as well as the sellers never know what they have.
Right.
Hey, what's this here about? I don't know, it's on the roof.
Yeah.
And so how do you, obviously if you guys come out, then you can tell what system it is. What do you look at, a bill or something, or how do you guys know what system they have?
The
contract.
Yeah, so we can hold a contract or city codes for who installed it. And then when we're out there, we'll pull codes from the system, and usually that'll give us the manufacturer of the inverter, and then that company has the rest of the information for us. It's pretty easy, but for those of you that, oh, go ahead, sorry.
Question, I live on a golf course, so my question is, what if a golfer hits your panels and breaks it, what do you guys do on that case?
So typically you'd want to contact the panel manufacturer if they have a warranty for that. Now,
Do they cover it because of the golf?
sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Now, typically the wordage we see in the contract is by an act of God, which means like storms,
Right.
not bad golfers. So
Well, after God is wind, if the wind pushes the ball.
you
So that would do an attorney.
could argue that, but I don't know.
It makes sense.
Yeah, in that scenario, typically I just recommend if you wanted to get solar, we can give you a higher grade panel, but like they use in the Midwest, preparing for hail, big storms like that. Go ahead, sir?
I have a question. I have a client who has put some solar panels on his house. And I don't know if he leased them or bought them, but I guess there's three divisions here, right? The manufacturer of panels, the one who installs it, the one who sells it. Is that correct?
For warranties, or what are you
No,
talking about?
for solar panels themselves. Because he said he can't get his two damaged solar panels replaced. It has the manufacturer, the installer says no, the manufacturer has to replace it. So I'm just getting clarification on that for him. The panels he had, I don't know if they're leased or, I know he didn't purchase them, he leased them. So when the panel's damaged, not working, two of them not working, he's tried for 4 months now to get somebody to fix it. And there's an argument between the manufacturer who made panels and one who installed it. And so where do we go with something like that? This is,
So you should be able, the installer, if they're still in business, should be the one. They are in business?
yeah, I think they are.
Okay, well, if their warranty is still good, then you should call them, and they should legally go through the manufacturer, get the parts and come in.
That's what he's trying to for.
Yeah.
Second question,
Okay,
neighbor next door has got solar panels on, right?
yep.
Different fact panels, someone under the panels, who takes care of the tile roof? How do you remove all the panels to get to them? What is the problem there?
Again, the typical warranty is wherever the solar covers, the roof is warranted, or under warranty. Various.
Panels are covering the tile, the tiles underneath it,
Are
the
what?
cracks through the wind and everything else.
Yeah.
And now what do you do?
So typically that'd be on the installer if they're still in business, because the installer would be would be covering the roof of where the panels cover. That's typically, that's how I would really.
They cover the tile under the roof, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Crack tiles.
They cover the space that the panels cover up.
So when they put them up, they say, guarantee those tiles aren't gonna break.
Well, they don't say we guarantee the tiles are gonna break, they're gonna
With
say.
the wind out here, they lift the tiles up, that's fast and crack.
Yeah, it depends, I would look into the contract, typically has warranty information there, so, it varies company to company, not everybody is.
Before they install panels, do they have to make sure the roof is secure and can
Yes.
hold them?
Yeah, they do a site transfer, not a site transfer, I'm sorry, a site inspection.
By their roofing company, by your roofing company, by who's?
So like mine is through my install company,
Okay.
so that's, we have a roofer come out and looks at
And
it.
he looks at it and gives a report, hey, everything's.
If it's good or if it's not good.
Okay.
The important thing is, I will get back to these, but the important thing is the fact that there are this many questions tells me that on July 29th from 10:45 to 1:45, you better be in this room, and you guys can learn a whole lot more than me coming here 4 or 5 times. So, go ahead.
Just got a quick question. When you install the panels, do you take a picture of the roof showing where you put the panels on top of your roof so that homeowner will have that for future reference?
So yeah, when we do like a full built-in, like, when I'm showing you, say you want to get solar, I come to you, I say, hey, look, this is what your roof looks like, these are the panels where we're gonna put them, this is what they're gonna produce, this is what it's gonna cost, all that. So I give you all that information, so it does show where they're gonna be.
So you, for this gentleman back here, you were saying, if they're still in business, what if they're not still in business?
That is a very common dilemma that we find ourselves in. What I would recommend is we do all the servicing at Solar Certified Pro. If they're not in business, you can reach out to us. We can get you set up with a warranty.
So they just have to find another solar.
Unfortunately, that is the case, yeah.
I know a lot have gone out of business, right?
Yep, and that's why we focus so heavily on the service side of things. Like, I don't come in here being like, get solar, get solar, get solar, because you guys already don't like it. I'm talking to you who work that. So, I recommend the service side, and that's what we do. That's what we specialize in, is being a one-stop shop. So, if you need bird guard installed, if you want a warranty, inspections, replacements on anything, that's what we're here to do. So.
Listen, I think that if anybody's got a buyer that's buying a house with solar that doesn't use a service like what these guys have, I think you're out of your mind.
Yep, and I put my,
We have no idea, nobody does, like I said, I hear all the time, the seller, I have no idea what they got.
you're gonna start seeing it more and more. We've partnered with a lot of home inspectors, so if any of you have a home inspector that wants to add services, have them give me a call, because they take the same photos, send them to us, and we give them back for, and it's actually cheaper for them, so.
It's important.
Yeah. So.
Any other questions? He's gonna hang around for a minute after we're done, you guys, so give him a big hand, appreciate it. Appreciate it, thanks. We're gonna, like I said, guys, we're also, I think it might be your deal, we're doing one August 12th, right here after our meeting as well, so you can't make the first one, you get the second one, so make sure you get to them.
Jeff, one last thing for me.
Yes, please.
Circling back to signs,
Yes,
if you guys want to do it, I will sponsor and pay $50 towards that sign deal, so that cuts it down to 75.
Well, it's 129.
Okay, so $79. So I'll send you a flyer with.
there it is.
Say that again.
I will give you $50 towards. So cool, because you reach it, you give them notice, you
So
give
you'll
me
come to
notice.
the open house?
I will drop mine. If I don't get one house, but listen, open houses can be a business plan, and there's action items, you gotta be intentional. They need notice, okay? Send me the information so I can get you a flyer with rates and stuff for that house, and let Heather know in advance so she can get you an open house kit. It's a slam dunk, you should be doing this.
And we'll have Heather stay the whole time,
Yes.
okay?
The one time
You're
you're
listening for the next 6 months.
Can I add something really quickly? We've got, requested 24-hour notice, and our website will be up tonight. And so I'll try to get that out on Facebook and everything, and maybe if I send it to you, Jeff?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
We put it on our Facebook.
And we'll have the website.
Heather and I require more than 24 hours notice. Like, let's be intentional if you're gonna do
Yes.
that.
Yes, yes.
Yes, I agree 100%.
On door knocking services.
Yeah, we thought about that. I mean, maybe down the line, and then we said, we do have other things we will be offering, and we'll be on the website. It's called the Realtors Relief Kit, or Rescue Kit, and it have things when you're in an open house, and it's vacant, it'll have toilet paper, it's a little tote bag, toilet paper, paper towels, hand
Table,
sanitizer.
chair.
Yes, and that's another thing we'll offer is a table and chair, 2 chairs and a little table, so that you have something to sit at, so you're not.
She did tell me that they're looking for a volunteer, they wanna have a mermaid swimming in the pool. You need a volunteer to put on the
My
outfit.
daughter would love that. If you want her, she'll be here.
Alright guys, let's get this finished up.
I'm bringing it on.
Lisa, we did that, open house, we did that. Alright, next week,
Yes.
which is the 22nd, our very own Suzanne will be doing a class on SOI. We need to make sure, just like John said, the thing that I think we don't do enough is intentionally make sure our business is working. We run and grab things out of moments notice and think it's gonna work. You need to make sure you're intentional, paying attention to that kind of stuff. Alright, who's got a list that they wanna talk about? Please, Lydia.
I got 2 of them, I put some on the table. I have one, it said they're both Los Patos, because I do 99% of the business in there. So it's a 2,525 square foot, 2-story with a master down, it's huge. Has a pool, it's on the best golf course view that you can find in Los Patos. And 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 3-car garage. And I just loaded at 30,000, so it's $629 instead of $659. And then I have a townhome at 255 plus in Los Patos, and it's listed for $347,888. And that's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage. It's one of the largest lots in Los Patos. It's like a 7,508 square foot lot.
How many square feet?
That one there, it's 1504, and, both of them just went together. I'm gonna look at it. They're both-
Sounds like it's priced good.
It is, it's in a great condition, so on the outside, they're $220 for the first HOA, and the
Okay.
second one for the townhome is about $80 a month, just so they can continue outside. You do
So
nothing
cheaper
on
than
that.
Sun City, and you don't have that $5,000 fee.
That's right.
It's cheaper than getting a lawnmower and weed tanks and all that.
Yeah.
All right, who else you got listing? Judy?
Iron Mountain Ranch, single story with a pool, 2,500 square feet. They need it sold. We listed at 620, we're at 580 in 3 weeks.
Wow.
So
That's
if
what's
anybody
going on.
wants to sit it open, it's been freshly painted on the inside. It's vacant and it's got some soft staging.
You looking to do open houses?
Yeah, somebody wants to do one.
Anybody else? Got it open? Rose, you got a listing you wanna talk about?
Yes, I have a listing in Henderson, it's 1003, Holly Verde, it's listing, listed price is $389, it's 1 story, and I have another one that's just back in the market, 5525 Riolo, is 1 story with a casita, 4 bedroom, doesn't include the casita, it's 525. And I have another incoming listing for Sunset Cove 1001. It's gonna be 1 point M. So 1 story. No, it's not 1 story. It's 2 story. And you know.
We didn't want you to take all of them. Thank you for bragging, by the way. Appreciate that. All right, who else got a listing? Nobody? All right, what else do we need to talk about? We got a few minutes.
Jeff,
Yes.
you know me, I'm